Stone Ocean, the 6th part of JoJo and probably the part with the most biased views regarding it, with people who love it and people who don't really love it. I for one love it, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. Hello everyone, this is the RPG Monger, and it may be a bit early to discuss this, but with the anime for part 5 all but confirmed to be happening, I wonder, would Stone Ocean work as an anime? With part 5 of Rento Ario, it's pretty much confirmed to become an anime due to its everlasting popularity in Japan. However, due to a variety of factors, part 6 just isn't as well liked as the rest of the parts in Japan. Though, before I go any further, let me explain why this is the case. Stone Ocean, like the parts before, was on a shonen magazine, where nearly all of the manga has a strong male protagonist or the women are overly sexualized. Though as you all very well know, Araki doesn't roll like that, with the protagonist of part 6, Jolie, being a strong female character who isn't overly sexualized. Shocker, right? Nowadays you can't go 2 feet without running into fan service in anime. Though don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of anime without it. You get my point. In America though, I feel the sentiments are completely reversed for a variety of reasons, one of which being that it actually had good scans unlike the parts previous to it, who had crappy scans to start out with but got better over time. Not to mention, this part actually takes place in a more familiar setting, the shitty state of Florida. I would know since I live in this garbage hole. Something that would always crack me up when reading part 6 were the gratuitous alligators, as I like to call it. Some anime and manga have gratuitous fan service, but Stone Ocean takes it to a whole other level with gratuitous alligators and freshly squeezed Florida orange juice. It's honestly just surreal seeing the perception of Florida from Araki, and I must say, he's pretty spot on. Florida is basically just a hot mosquito hell where, if you live close to a lake, there's a good chance there will be an alligator in your backyard at some point. Alright, I got a bit off track there, didn't I? Back to Stone Ocean. I think it would be an understatement to say that JoJo has increased in popularity since the part 4 anime started and ended, with tons and tons of new JoJo fans, and a considerably large community forming as a result. This makes the chances for a part 6 anime pretty good, though what I'm especially looking forward to is just the animation of all the freaking and insane stuff that part 6 has to offer. Like, if we don't count part 8 because that shit is just getting weirder by the volume and it's not even over yet, I would have to say that part 6 is probably the strangest part, with its insane stands, insane stand battles, and just weird situations. Like, before I go any further, I won't spoil anything major, but you will need to have a basic knowledge on part 6 and its characters. All good? Now, as I was saying, what I just can't wait to see animated are situations like the absolute journey that is Bohemian Rhapsody, because let me tell you, never has or will Araki ever fly so close to the copyright sun as he did in that fight. Oh, and to see Poochie's incredibly fucked up backstory animated would be quite surreal as well. And just Poochie in general, I just have a feeling that loads and loads of memes are going to be spawned from our favorite gay priest. Oh, and speaking of that, I do wonder, how faithful will they be when David Productions animates Flashback Dio? Will they animate him like they did in part 3, or will they do it like the manga did in the part 6 style? It could pretty much go either way, but seeing how good David Productions' track record has been so far, with their amazing attention to detail, I feel they will keep it how it was drawn originally, which will be quite interesting to see. One thing that makes me a bit sad though, is that they will most likely end up cutting out some iconic lines from 6, like they did in 4, with the line, "A rat like Mickey Mouse," in reference to the rat that got a stand in part 4. But as you see in part 6, as most of you know, we also have a line like this when Anasui and Weather Report were driving past Disney, and Anasui utters the time-weathered phrase of, "Fuck's sake, if there's no Mickey, this shit ain't Disney." In fact, that entire sequence is a copyright minefield, with them saying Mickey dozens of times, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one. And speaking of that, it's time to see what god-awful names they gave to the stands to avoid copyright, some of which we already know due to Eyes of Heaven. So let's just go over some of these, shall we? Some of them are just ridiculous. First off, they turned Stone Free into Stone Ocean, which is acceptable, I guess. I mean, I'll give them a pass on that one. Though they then turned Kiss into Smack, and they turned Burning Down the House to just Burning Down. No house, just burning. Poor Rohan. They turned the Weather Report into Weather Forecast, because of course they did. But then they turned Diver Down into Diver Drive. Where did the drive come from? We'll never know. And White Snake became, you guessed it, Pale Snake. He just needs more vitamin D, you know? Now, I could go on for hours with these, but let me just finish off with the most infamous, horrible copyright name ever. Like, you thought Worst Company was bad? Just wait till you hear this. Remember Limp Bizkit? Invisible zombie alligators? You love that, right? Well, Limp Bizkit becomes Flaccid Pancake. Let's just have a moment of silence for the death of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Rest in peace. You lived for 30 years, but then you suddenly died due to a copyright-related illness. Now, to say that everyone is hyped for Part 5 to be animated is an understatement, since now that people are reading the better scans, the part isn't as hated as it used to be way back when, and boy have people let me know that in the comment section. So will Part 6 have just as much hype as Part 5 does? I think it will. Seeing that Part 4 went as far to sneak in a hint to Part 5 in its opening, we have no idea to what 5 may do, though probably not much, since the part has literally no connection to Part 6 anyways. Which is a little frustrating, honestly. Come on, you could have at least put in one tie-in, Araki, come on. Though seeing how much the JoJo fandom has grown as a result of Part 4 finally being animated, there is surely no telling on how much the fandom will grow after Part 5 is animated. Needless to say, it will be quite the journey till 6, and that is a journey that I for sure want to partake on. Now before I go to my outro, for those of you who haven't been with me for a long time, did you know that this video is technically a sequel to a video I made a long time ago? When I was just a wee channel under 100 subscribers? Well, it is. Let's talk about that video for a second here. That video was, will Vento Ario work as an anime? And that video is simultaneously my most liked and hated video of all time. But let's focus on that hate, shall we? Because I have gotten some ridiculous stuff from that video, and I just want to share that with you guys because some of this stuff is just too ridiculous to be real. Like, come on, do people like this actually exist? So anyways, here are some top quality comments. You videos suck! Real nice grammar there, buddy. I feel like that's gonna be an ongoing theme with all of these. Part 5 is the lovable. This guy is a asshole. Well, excuse me for being a asshole. Zachariah, oh my god, this name. Zachariah Godslayer Armstrong. Oh, and this one is a chain, started by Killer Duang. Nice meme there. How fucking dare you? He should be ashamed. No dignity. No dignity. Shame on him. He should burn. 23 likes. Jeez, I think I got the message, guys. Oh, and I saved the best for last. Though, that honestly depends on your definition of best. Oh, I gotta have to put on my edgy shonen protagonist voice here. You all make me laugh. It doesn't matter if you don't like or not. Haha. Japan rules. They love the fucking Part 5. The fucking Part 5. Oh. So, is the part which... I can't keep this up. Is the part which is going to generate more incomes. Plural. Plural income. This is kind of the perfect storm because his username is Kaneki Ken. You can't make this shit up, folks. Like, only on YouTube. Only on YouTube. Well, anyways, I don't think I can take much more on that. That's enough of that for one day. Kinda worries me. If this is the sequel to that video, will I get a lot of hate on this video too? I guess time will tell. So anyways, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, do subscribe. And today's cool thing of the day is this video made by Lethal Soul parodying JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders, and let me just say, it is absolutely spot on. So links in the description. And that being said, I'm the RPG Monger, and don't forget that each and every one of you are fantastic. And just for watching all the way here, here's a dumb JoJo meme I made at 2 AM in the morning. Enjoy!